this is Wendy from Craftsy Wendy. Today I'm going to show you how to make this face mask. I had made a messy bun hat for my husband, one of my husband's co-workers, and she asked if I can make her a matching face mask, as you've seen in the pictures at the beginning of this video. For that face mask and hat, I'm used this yarn right here, Yarn Bee Soft Illusion Super Bulky, in the colorway Camouflage. It is a super bulky number 6. This is 87 yards. I used one skein for the hat and a little over half of another skein for the face mask itself. For today's tutorial, I'm going to use this yarn right here, which is Isaac Metzra Craft. This is also a super bulky number 6. This is 127 yards, and this is in the colorway Pierre. Now, if you plan it correctly, you can do a regular size beanie. This is just simple double crochet, but if you plan it correctly, you can do the beanie and the face mask all out of one skein of this yarn. So today I'm just going to do the face mask, so let's get started. For this tutorial you will need a size 6 yarn. Today I am using Isaac Metzra Craft. This is a super bulky 6 yarn. It is 127 yards, 116 meters, 2.47 ounces. It is 77% acrylic, 15% metallic, and 8% polyamide. This is hand wash, lay flat to dry. This is in the colorway Pierre. For this face mask, you will also need a pair of scissors, a size N or a 9mm crochet hook. You will also need 2 buttons. You will also need a darning needle small enough to go through the eyes of the buttons, so you can put the yarn through to sew the buttons onto the face mask. Alright, first thing you're going to do is you're going to make a slip knot, and you're going to actually do that however you choose. This is how I do it. First thing you're going to do is you're actually going to chain up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then you're going to single crochet in the second loop from the hook. You don't ever count this one. You're going to go 1, 2, and you're going to single crochet, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both, and you're going to do that in each single crochet, in each chain across. And then you should end up with 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what you're going to do is you're going to chain 1 and you're going to turn your work. For the next row, you're going to single 2 single crochets in the first single crochet. Then you're going to 1 single crochet in each row across, just like so, and then you should have 5 on your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're actually going to repeat this row. You're going to chain 1, you're going to turn your work, you're going to do 2 single crochets in the first single crochet, and then 1 across until you have 12 single crochets going across. And instead of letting you sit there and be bored and watch me do that, I'm going to pause this and I'll come back when I have 12 single crochets across. Alright, first thing you're going to do is you're going to make a slip knot, and you're going to actually do that however you choose. This is how I do it. First thing you're going to do is you're actually going to chain up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then you're going to single crochet in the second loop from the hook. You don't ever count this one. You're going to go 1, 2, and you're going to single crochet, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both. And you're going to do that in each single crochet, in each chain across. And then you should end up with 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what you're going to do is you're going to chain 1 and you're going to turn your work. For the next row, you're going to single 2 single crochets in the first single crochet. Then you're going to 1 single crochet in each row across, just like so. And then you should have 5 on your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're actually going to repeat this row. You're going to chain 1, you're going to turn your work, you're going to do 2 single crochets in the first single crochet, and then 1 across until you have 12 single crochets going across. And instead of letting you sit there and be bored and watch me do that, I'm going to pause this and I'll come back when I have 12 single crochets across. Okay, I've gotten to where I have 11 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now I'm going to show you this final row. Chain 1, turn your work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and this very last one, sometimes it's tricky to get into, and 12. So now you have 12 across. Kind of makes almost like a diamond or a triangle shape, except for you don't have that tip down here. So now what we're going to do, this should get you to row number 9. Row number 10 is we're going to chain 1 and we're going to turn our work. For this row, you are going to just a single crochet in each one across. You will still have your 12. Ten, 11, and 12. At this time, what you're going to do is we are now going to alternate. You see this, your little tail right here, that will let you know that you are on the increase side, which is the bottom. So basically what we're doing is we're working from this direction. We should be right about in here. So now we're going to start keeping the top, which will be up by your nose. That's going to stay straight, and we're going to increase on the bottom. So down by this will be the chin area, will get longer. So when you have it on, it's going to kind of look like this. This will be up by the nose, and this is going to be down by your chin and neck area. So what we're going to do now is the tail is on the increase side, so this will be on the bottom. So what we're going to do is we're going to chain 1, and we're going to turn our work. For this row, you're going to chain single crochet twice in the first chain, so that'll be an increase, and you're going to single crochet in each single crochet across. And that will give you 13. You're going to chain 1, you're going to turn your work, and you're going to do 1 single crochet in each of the single crochets across, and you're going to repeat these 2 rows, increasing on one side, single crocheting each one across. Then when you're on your way back, you're going to do 1 single crochet in each one across. You're going to repeat that pattern until you have 15 single crochets. And I will meet you back here once you get all that done. Okay, you should have 15 single crochets across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, as you can see, you can tell now that we're getting into the pattern. One side is decreasing or increasing as you go along, and now one side is remaining the same. It's not increasing or decreasing, it is just a straight edge. Now what we're going to do is we're going to single crochet in each of the 15 across for 8 rows. And I will chain 1, and you're going to turn your work, and you're going to do a single crochet in each single crochet across. This is all single crochets. This whole pattern is nothing but single crochets. "13, 14, and again that last one sometimes can be a little pain to get into, 15. So now each side it will be becoming a straight row, and you can keep track of your rows any way that you want to. What I do sometimes is I just have a piece of scrap paper here and I do hash marks. So there's 1, And then you're just going to repeat this for 7 more rows. And I will see you back here in a few minutes. Okay, I've completed my 8 rows. Now you want to make sure if your 8th row, you want to make sure you're down here at the bottom, which would be the neck part of the face mask. So if you're 8 rows and you end up on the top, you're going to repeat that row one more time for row 9 to get down back down here. Then we're going to start our decreases. So you're going to chain 1, you're going to turn your work, and you're going to single crochet. Back out here a little bit. In each row across. Now gauge is not a factor when making this face mask. You just mainly need to make sure that you use a bulky number 6 yarn with a size N or 9mm hook. Alright, okay, our last 2. So now I am down here on the chin part. You see this is straight, this is the curve, this will be up by your ear, and then this will be straight. This kind of goes along your cheeks and over the nose, and then your chin will be and neck will be down here. So now we got to get these back together. So we're going to kind of repeat or do the opposite of what we did down here. So what you're going to do is you're going to chain 1, turn your work. Now you're going to do 2 single crochets together. Go through the first one, pull up a loop, and immediately go into that second one. You'll have 3 loops on your hook, and you're going to pull through all 3. That is a 1 stitch decrease. Now we're back down to 14, or will be back down to 14. So you're going to do 1 single crochet in each of your single crochets across. Alright, now you have a decrease down here, which is again the chin part, or the chin part. So now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 1, we're going to turn our work, and we're going to do 1 single crochet in each of the single crochets going through both loops, and you're going to do that all the way across. Okay. So now you're just going to repeat that 3 more times. You want to do 3 more decreases, so you're going to actually have 6 more rows. And you will be back down, should be back down to 12 on your hook, or 12 single crochets across. So you're going to chain 1, turn your work, go through the first single crochet immediately into the next one, and you're going to pull through all 3 loops. And you're going to single crochet into each one across. So far we've had 2 decreases. And you're going to single crochet each one across. And now you have 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now you're going to you're going to chain 1, and you're going to do 1 single crochet into each single crochet back across. And I told you wrong. You're going to do 4 decreases, and so that will give you 11. So you start out with 15 across. You're going to decrease every other row, so you're only going to decrease on one side for 4 decreases. So this is 2. So we're going to chain 1, turn our work, and we're going to do 2 single crochets together in the first 2 stitches, and you're going to single crochet into each stitch across. Okay, and that should give you 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you're going to do chain 1, you're going to turn your work, and this is going to be a 1 single crochet into each stitch across your row. You may notice sometimes as I go along I will change how I hold my hook. That's just because fingers get tired holding it one way, so I will actually change up on how I hold it. So that you should still have 12 single crochets across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, this is our, you're going to chain 1, you're going to do 2 single crochet together, pull through 1, pull through the second, yarn over, pull through all 3, and you're going to do this all the way across. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, now we're going to do 1 single crochet in each one back across till we get down here. Chain 1 and single crochet into, chain 1 I got that loop turned around. Single crochet into each one across. Okay. And this is what you should have so far. If I can get it to lay flat. So you got your nose and cheek area up on top, the decrease down here to the ear, and then your chin and neck down here. Now, what you're going to do is you are going to do a 2 single crochets together on the first 2 of each row. So what you're going to do is you're going to actually decrease both sides, but you're only going to do 1 decrease per row. And then you're going to do that until you have 4 single crochets, or 4 single crochets across. So you're going to chain 1, and we're going to turn our work. Oops, let me get you back into the frame here. And you're going to do 1 loop, 2 loops, and you got to decrease. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 this round. Like so. Okay. Chain 1, turn your work, and again do a 2 single crochet together and 1 single crochet across. And you're going to repeat that until you have only 4 single crochets left. And I will meet you back here in a second. Okay, I have 5 single crochets left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to show you how to finish off. So you're going to chain 1. This will be our last decrease. 2 single crochets together, 1 single crochet in the next 3, so there's 4, and then what you're going to do is you're just going to pull through like you're going to do a chain. You're going to cut off, and you're going to pull through, and you're going to tie it off. And that is your finished work. Get back here where you can see it better. Where you can see the whole thing. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to weave in your ends. And what I do is I just go through like so. And then I do the same thing down here. it in the camera frame so you can actually see what I'm doing. Alright. Now you'll need your darning needle. And since this is a small hole, I'm actually going to use a needle threader. And then I pull it all the way down there. And then I take this little piece, pull it through there like so. And then you can pull it through. Makes it easier, makes your life a lot easier. Stretch that back out. Get my hook out of the way. And then you're going to hold it. And then what you do is you're just going to go through, kind of hide this end again. This time you're going to go through some of the stitches, pull that back out, kind of stretch that out a little bit. And then just, if you can, sometimes it doesn't like to go through. This yarn has like a webbing around it, like so. And then you're just going to trim off your end. And you're going to do the same thing down here. Grab your needle. This one should be a lot easier since it has like a little longer tail to it. And come all the way almost to the end, and then you're just going to pull it down, and you're going to actually use your fingers to hold it so it doesn't come out. And again, feed through all the way back, and again force that yarn through that webbing. Just like so. And then again, you trim off. You can leave that side there, that on there. That way you know which side you put your buttons on. Now for the buttons, you'll pull up probably about maybe about 6 inches or so. Cut it. And then take that piece of string, fold it in half, and then cut that. That way you have two, 1 and 2. So now you're going to take your needle, put the threader back on there, and pull just one, you're going to do just one at a time. Until you have the string on there like that. You're going to take your button. Since these ones have 4, I'm just going to crisscross it. Put part like so, and then instead of going in one of these two, I'm going to go across and pull it back like that. And then kind of even up your string there so you're almost at a crisscross here. Now if you have a longer string, you can definitely go back through, pull one up through the other side and across, so you do actually have that crisscross pattern. I'm just going to leave it just like so. You know, set that down, and you're going to go ahead and do your other button. And your other yarn. And you're going to do the exact same thing. So if you have a longer string, and I'll show you here on this one, go through the bottom, back through on the other side, and if you have a long enough string, I'm just going to show you. You can go back through, that way you kind of have like a crisscross look to it. I'm actually not going to do that, so I'm going to pull that through. And I'm just going to get rid of that crisscross. Okay, so now that you have both of your buttons ready, you have this little tail here, you know that's on the back side. So what you're going to do is whichever button, and what you're going to do is you're going to look up here towards the top, so you got the straight side, and you're going to set your button down. And then what you can do if you want is grab your crochet hook, go through one of these little holes you have in between the stitches, pull one string through, and then do the same thing on the other side. Like so. And then you'll just tie an end, tie it so it won't come off. And then you're going to do the same thing. So you're going to have roughly where that one is, you're going to put another one roughly in the same spot. Now sometimes these holes are large enough that you can just fit your nail through. Without having to do with your crochet hook. Pull it through. Again, what you can do is you can check and see if that's where you want it. Now see that one, this one's going to be a little higher, so you just move it. There we go. And then just tie a knot. Go through, trim off all your ends, and then whatever hat you made, excuse me, I happen to do this one. All it is just out of the same yarn. It's just double crochet, and then it has a rim of singles. So what you'll do is once you put the hat on, and you can take the button. I put the buttons on here, that way the buttons are not on the hat, so you don't have buttons sticking out of the side of the hat if you're not going to wear your face mask. So then you'll just pop it through just like you would anywhere. Whoa! Come on, camera, stay put for me. And then you'll do the same thing on the other side. Just like so. And then you have your hat with the face mask. And that is how you make the face mask. Now if you plan this just right, and if you do this hat right here, which is just double crochets, start out with a chain 4 here, and you put, and then I can also do a tutorial on this, and I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, chain 2, 16. I do not count that chain 2. That way, as you can see, it kind of hides your joining stitches. And then you double crochet, and you do 2 double crochet in each one across, each one around, and then you'll do, but I can show you guys, see how this video goes. And this, like I said, this is my maiden voyage, and we'll see how things go. But if you plan it right, and you don't make your hat as long as I did, so I have to have a brim, because I probably could have done away without 2 extra rows of the double crochets, then you can do the hat and the face mask out of one ball of this yarn. And this one is a bulky number 6. Again, this is 127 yards. So if you plan it right, you can get the face mask and a hat out of one ball of yarn. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again next time.